Alrighty guys, we're back for some Boros equipment. Also, you could call it Boros Modified. That would totally work fine, as there's tons of Modified in here as well. So guys, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Redcat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Additionally, we got that sub goal set all the way up at 1,000. So if you want to help us reach that sub goal, do consider subscribing because it is much appreciated, friends. Okay, we're going to go over the deck, hop into some ranked, and we're going to go over it super briefly because the synergies in the deck, while abundant, are super simple. So we have a couple portable holes for, it's just a great removal right now in standard. We have 4 Fireblade Chargers, amazing in this deck. Tons of ways to plug counters into it and just get extra damage in. It's awesome. We have 4 Kumano faces Kakkazans. One of the best red 1-drops. I love this card. It's so cool. We have 4 Rabbit Batteries. We have 4 Luminarch Aspirants, 2 Kami's Flare, right? That modified really comes in handy. And if you don't want to run 2 portable holes, you could totally run 4 Kami's Flare. It is maybe worthwhile getting that extra damage through. I don't know. I see a lot of value having portable hole in here though. We have 4 Lizard Blades as well. The double strike is super duper spicy. We have 4 Maul the Skyclaves because it just lands on every creature in this deck beautifully. We have 2 Angelfire Ignitions. Speaking of landing on every creature in this deck beautifully, yeah, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste, because why not? Yeah. We only have 2 of them, though, because the flashback cost is a thing. If you end up with both of them in hand, I mean, it works, I guess, but you do want to see creatures too then as well, right? So 3 or 4, I couldn't justify it this time round, although if you really love Angelfire Ignition, you could totally rock 3 or 4 of these and get away with it probably. We have 2 Halvar God of Battles, and it's also Sword of the Realms too, so let's not forget that this is also an equipment if we need it to be, right? We can get potential double strike from this and maybe swap around our equipment if we really have to. I don't think this is going to be super necessary, honestly, but we'll see. We have 4 Thundering Raiju. Speaking of necessary, this card is necessary. The extra damage from having modified creatures is actually insane. And then this having haste too, like everything about this card is just so aggressive and so powerful. I love this card, guys. Like all the cards in this deck are so spicy. I love it so much, right? So yeah. In the mana base, we do have a Seat of the Empire, 2 Den of the Bugbears, a Crucible of Defiance, and our dual land. No Snarls this time around. That is noteworthy, right? As you could get away with running Snarls in this deck too, I think. Like, maybe maybe not with the legendary land, but if you really wanted Snarls, you could totally do it, I'd say. Okay, guys. Anything important to go over? Like, cards like Kumano, Luminarch, Angelfire, Thundering Raiju, they all give counters, which is awesome. And then our equipment package with the Rabbit Battery, Lizard Blades, Maul the Skyclaves, and the Sword of the Realms. Like, yeah, there's just a lot going on here, but it's really, really easy. So let's go hop into some ranked and see how it goes. Alrighty guys, we go first, and this hand is decent. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, we go right into the Kumano here. And then next turn, Luminarch gets a couple counters. Generous Visitor. Lizard Blades is pretty good here, but I think it's still the Luminarch Aspirant. Because it comes in as a 3/3 essentially, and then Maul of the Skyclaves is ridiculous. Kami of Transience does not do much for them this turn. We have huge plays here. Just absolutely ridiculous plays. Ridiculous, bro. I mean, they're planning on getting lifelink. We know that much, but next turn we can give double strike to the Luminarch. So they need to remove it. Generous Visitor. Okay, circle. No, another Kami of Transience. GG opponent, man. Like, that's insane. we just won. I don't think there's a way out of this for the opponent. So we do Lizard Blades. That's insane. What the heck? Dang, GG, bro. That was a fast match. Already into the next match, and this is the first, like, kind of bad hand. Got a turn 2 with the Kumano here. I think this is actually a mulligan, unfortunately. We had the 3 lands, but really nothing else. Yeah, this is much better, much more consistent. I think we send the Halvar. And it's probably Kumano and then Lizard Blades next turn, if the opponents permit us, of course. Oh, hello, opponents. Hello, friends. So it looks like potentially mono green. And Rabbit Battery would be okay next turn, but I think it's the Lizard Blades. The double strike getting the counter is pretty good. Oh, man, but then we got the Pathway. We could totally go Charger here, and then Rabbit Battery, and then, well, it depends. It depends. I think it's Lizard Blades this time round. The reason I was thinking of other plays there is because when you reconfigure the Lizard Blades, the counter doesn't like add on to the creature that you reconfigured on. But I think in this scenario, this is still the play, unfortunately. So Blizzard Brawl is possible. A Kumano flips next turn into a nice little hasty creature for us. Yeah, so first Blizzard Brawl is out of the deck, luckily. Only 3 left. Still tons of removal in a Gruul build that runs Snow, though, right? Because they're probably running Snow for more reason than one. Angelfire Ignition is really good here because what that does is it lets us go ahead and get the Kumano above another Blizzard Brawl range. Oh, no, not necessarily. Because they could buff the Stormseeker. Yeah, they could buff one of these to 3. And then in the main phase 2, rock the Blizzard Brawl. So it might just be Rabbit Battery this turn. Save the Angelfire Ignition. We get a decent swing here. The problem is we can't outpace them until the Ignition actually lands. And until that Ignition actually gets us a good amount of life gain in return, and then we can try to outrace them. Oh, that's big. That's huge for the opponent. Yeah, because they're going to have 2 mana open here as well, which is, that's a lot to deal with. Okay, so they don't actually have anything. So it could be as simple as get the Charger down and full swing, or Charger as blocker and swing with the etching, because we have Angelfire Ignition open next turn as well, so we gain 5 here. It's a big swing, and the Charger also blocks, so opponent needs a lot. Because the Angelfire Ignition comes in as a swing next turn. That is a lot. That is in fact a lot. Okay, so they could, yeah, they could full swing. I like this, but if they, oh no, okay, they decide not to. And the Lizard Blades. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we also have Den of the Bugbear open too. Gonna come down on red. Wow, that is huge, man. So Lizard Blades can configure onto the etching and just make this devastating. So it's a pretty easy chump block this turn. So next turn, though, we go ahead and give it trample. Should we have given that? No. I don't think we give it to the Fireblade Charger. The concept here is we're above their current removal, so we're above the Blizzard Brawl right now. So saving a blocker back is actually just better, I would say. Okay, it goes to nighttime. And the Maul of the Skyclave is insane. Double check. We don't know what's in their hand, but we still have to try the Maul of the Skyclave. We have to. Like, there's no question in my mind. Like, they need to pull something out that's just incredible, because this is 14 damage in the air. So what you got for me? Well, GG opponent. Oh my goodness, we're actually getting victories and it feels so good right now. Alrighty, we go first here, and this is a decent hand. I like it. We're going to keep this. We're going to go a Kumano and then turn 2 Fireblade Charger. Maybe even get the Sundown Pass down next turn. It's not necessary, but we could. Depending on what we draw to. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to go Charger. Alright, so we do want to consider the Sword of the Realms. If there's like no other play next turn, getting the Sword of the Realms ready would be completely okay. Okay, that is in fact a better play though. That being said, we really don't want to get meat hooked for 1. But them meat hooking for 1 and only killing the lizard blades like isn't like it's not that good, so I think this is fine. So we're up against some what is this? Jund, right? Yeah, black, green, red. Okay, land off the top would be really good. Fellstinger, nice. I don't think they sacrifice this. A blocker here is pretty good. That being said, we can get around the Death Touch by equipping here. We can Kami's Flare to kill it, but I think we saved the Kami's Flare back. So, I think this is simple, right? More damage the merrier. And Double Strike gets around the Fellstinger Death Touch. Opponent is somehow down to 11 already. We missed a land drop, but I don't know, man. Okay, that's big. That's huge for the opponent because Kami's Flare doesn't hit it. Portable Hole doesn't hit it either. Not seeing a land is rough. I don't know, guys. For a deck like this, we probably save the Portable Hole back. Like, we don't want to just hit a blood token with it. I don't think. Call me crazy. I'm going to drop the Sword of the Realms. Equipping this onto a double strike next turn is no joke. And I think we let them keep their blood token. Yeah, Maid of Dishonor blocks beautifully. Yeah, we really want to see that land. Well, a little bit less now, but we still do. The thing is, even without a land, we have a play next turn because of the sword. This is scary because this is definitely like a mid-range build, so as soon as they start to get stuff going here, it might just be a GG. So no swing here. Okay, Jukai Visionary. Okay. Now that's really good, actually. Us not having trample makes this a terrific blocker, although it can't tap this turn, so... Okay, there's the land. So Thundering Raiju could come down now. Kami's Flare hits the Visionary, and I think that's something we want to consider. We're going to start with the Kami's Flare, because they have 3 mana open, so... Is it the Fellstinger instead? I think it might be. The Death Touch really messes with the Thundering Raiju. So let's go the Fellstinger. Okay, so... Is it going to be Portable Hole, swing for 4? I guess so. Yeah, luckily I saw that line of play, although I was trying to get a little bit more greedy with it all. Oh, can they tap that even though it has... Oh, they have something in hand, maybe. To potentially protect it, maybe, or... I don't know. I'm not sure. 3 mana open, so... I have no idea what the opponent's doing, honestly. This is another... Okay. That's something to do. Oh, Innkeeper. Oh, that's so bad. If they drop a land, they could totally drop Innkeeper into Chariot and just be right back into this game. But yeah, another great example of missing that land drop earlier. If we didn't, we could have equipped Sword of the Realms and done a ton of damage. So they really want to keep the Maid. Oh, it's going to be Chariot. I felt it in my bones last turn. I brought it up. I like... No, they would have slammed it down already, right? Okay, okay. The Midnight Sky. Wow, big creatures. Not afraid to swing in there at all. Maul the Skyclaves doesn't even get us there, but the first strike... No, we already have double strike. Don't listen to me, guys. The Thundering Raiju does get the etching to the place where it could block... Like, they have to block the Midnight Sky when we plug the counter into the etching. And then the Midnight Sky could have us discard our remaining cards, deal 2 damage, and then they swing for 5 next turn, which could potentially kill us. Or it could grab them their Tainted Adversary, which actually isn't that good. I think we risk it here, guys. If we die, we die. If we die, we die. That's what I say. Like, they're forced to block the... Yeah, that works too. So they wanted to keep the Midnight Sky alive so they could swing for the 9, and I completely missed that play. Whoa, wouldn't have mattered. Holy cow, that is a lot. Good game, opponent. That was awesome. Is that a swing? No. It is unfortunately not a swing. Professor of Symbology. Okay, looks like we're up against Orzhov. Opponent could totally swing there. Yeah, no blocks. They get to cheese that damage through. Almost messed up there. And we want to get the Luminarch Aspirant above the Shambling Ghast nonsense range. So no swing. I think it's an easy block for the opponent, even though they could technically trade up with the Professor. They don't want Rabbit Battery on the board. This is most likely a Vanishing Verse. So Maul the Skyclaves is just a little bit worse here because we are anticipating that Vanishing Verse, right? Anything we equip this into is going to get exiled is the concept. So trying to get at least one of these above a Meat Hook. Because right now it's Meat Hook for 2 next turn potentially, right? So we're going to go Luminarch. And then check this out, right? We go Equip onto you. So when's the Vanishing Verse drop? Okay, Deadly Dispute right now pings the Luminarch, which is huge because I already spent my mana there. That being said, we do get an opportunity to get... Okay, Meat Hook for 3 is still a thing though. So do we actually split this? I don't think so. I think we got to start to get damage through. Rock. That does let us know that the opponent is planning to wipe the board here, I'd say. A willing trade when a Professor trades into so much on our side. Yeah. So there's the first board wipe. Can we survive it is the question. We unfortunately have been pretty controlled here, right out the get-go. Another Vanishing Verse would be devastating. That would be devastating. We do have a Fireblade Charger Maul of the Skyclaves combo next turn. Okay, Vanishing Verse. Oh, not another Vanishing Verse. I'm sorry. They didn't play one yet. That's just, I guess I meant another removal, which in this current format, another removal just means another Vanishing Verse anyways. So I got a little confused there, I suppose. Yeah, they have to run out eventually, right? Right? Oh no. Please tell me the only thing that's sticking is the Skullport Merchant's ability. Okay, Deadly Dispute. Get a treasure. We finally hit the opponent. Oh my goodness, they completely unhinged my board there. Okay. Unfortunately, do we just take out the Shamble Buddy or hit face? I think we hit face. Another Shamble Buddy. Yep. Let's go red. Let's go you. Let's go you. Swing on in. Down to 11. Opponent's got to run out eventually. Right? Like, man, we lost a lot though. We lost a whole lot. Okay, they actually swing. Okay. I mean, we're gonna play the other Maul. Like, the more damage the merrier, even though like this is most likely gonna die to something, we got to. Okay, there's the second Vanishing Verse. Tough to beat. Very, very tough to beat for sure. So Path to Peril wiped our board the first time. Vanishing Verse, and then Blood on the Snow, then a second Vanishing Verse. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and draw, and then give this one to the opponent so we can try to fit as many matches in as possible, because these games have been really fast. So I think we're going to be able to showcase a lot more matches today, which sounds really nice. Luminarch is not bad. Like, Luminarch is not bad at all. So if they run out of removal here, yeah, that's a great top deck. Oh my goodness, they drew the third Vanishing Verse. Okay, opponent, I get it, bro. The game did not want me to win this one. I understand. Oh man, GG. Hey, we could actually let the opponent play this one out. If they have any quests, then they can potentially get those done. So yeah, we'll let them play this one out. Good game, opponent. We drew too many land this time too, which is a shame, but they just ultimately controlled us to the point where nothing could be done about it. Okay, guys, hey, we go first here. That's huge. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I think we've played 6 matches so far with the deck, and I think we only went first once out of those matches. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure. It's easy to forget exactly what happened in that many matches, but yeah, it is tough out here in ranked, as it does feel like the game is rigged sometimes. I know it's not, but it feels that way. Okay, first portable hole. Eats up the Kumano. Okay, seeing a land there is pretty good. We lost a lot by not getting that counter, honestly. Another land off the top would be completely acceptable. Mana's okay. How do we keep up with the Luminarch? I think it is Angelfire Swing, and then Fireblade Charger if it doesn't just get gobbled up by a Skyclave Apparition or a Brutal Cathar or something along those lines, right? Like, this now actually gives us what we need to hit against the Luminarch Aspirant this turn. Nice. Missed a land drop, finally. Finally an opponent is not just 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 right? Easy. Easy trade. Like, no questions asked. Kumano. I'm okay with both of these. I do want to see that 4th mana though, like, we got plenty in the deck, so should be able to see it here. Sun Gold Sentinel. They did miss the 3rd mana again, which does suck. Okay. So Rabbit Battery is okay. We get a couple counters on it, which is pretty good. I don't think they trade here. They've lost so much already. That's a trade? I don't think that's a trade. Do you guys think that's a trade? Because we get a couple 2/2s next turn. Hey, there's the land. Maybe it was a trade. I don't know. I don't think it was a trade. Okay, Thundering Raijus are going to keep us in this game. If they continue to miss a land, then I feel bad for what I said earlier about it feels good for the opponents just not getting everything all the time. But honestly, it is nice when the opponents actually can play too. So, Homestead Courage. It does look like they missed that 3rd land, which really sucks, honestly. Yeah, I do feel bad for what I said earlier. Yeah, the Vigilance was pretty good there, but they don't know about the 2nd Raiju, so... Aww, opponents never let us play it out. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. I love this deck, guys. Holy cow, I could play this deck all day. Alrighty guys, here's the deck list again, and we played 7 matches. I'm not sure how many of those I'm going to get to showcase in the video, but they were really fast. The deck did really well, I'd say. 7 matches, 57% win rate, and all the losses, I felt like were pretty close, honestly. All the losses, like, we would have had a chance, I would say. And this is, like, the perfect deck for me. This is like one of those decks that is just so much fun to play. I said it in that last match there. I could play this deck all day, and this is probably what I'm going to use to rank up this this time round. I want to at least get to Platinum. I don't really care about ranking up a whole lot. I do eventually want to sit down and try to get to Mythic for the sake of the videos, but honestly, yeah. What about you guys? Do you care? Like, do you even care that I'm in such a low rank? Or I guess, you know, relative to other YouTubers, right? Yeah, regardless, this deck is really fun, and it seems really powerful too. I bet we could actually get that 57% win rate up to, I bet we could get it past 60 easily. Because, yeah, there's a lot of power in this deck. A few things to note here, guys. A few changes that you could potentially do, in other words. Angelfire Ignition is just so powerful. I would potentially go up in Ignition and maybe go down something else, and I'm not sure what. Maybe a Lizard Blades, but the double strike's really good. Maybe go down a Halvar because it's not essential, and having all of these 4-drops is actually a lot. So yeah, maybe up in Ignition to 3, down a Halvar to 1, and some matches a Cave of the Frost Dragon would have been good. It's just usually so expensive. So if you have like a specific like creature land that you enjoy that might be better in here, I don't know what other than a Cave of the Frost Dragon, but that's something you could add to. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about the deck. I'm just kind of over here. I'm kind of over here in love right now because I honestly want to hop back into ranked with this deck and just continue to try to rank up with it. But yeah, hey, if you made it this far into the video, you guys are champions, and I really do appreciate you. Like, seriously, y'all are awesome, and watching these videos to the end helps the like YouTube algorithm tremendously. So thank you so much, and guys, I'll see you in the next video.